Hey friends, welcome back to the Wildflower Alchemy, where we celebrate creativity and child-led learning through process art. Today we're exploring a super simple magical art activity using just crepe paper and water. It's a fantastic way to introduce color mixing, absorption, and a little science, all while having fun. Alright, so let's talk a little bit about the supplies you're going to be needing. As you may notice, I'm not in my normal art studio, but this is a great testament to the fact that we can do process art anywhere. If you're visiting family, if you're going on vacation, a little planning ahead, you can have some activities to keep your kids occupied when you need a little bit of downtime. So, the supplies we're going to need today are super simple. You're going to need a piece of white paper. I'm using cardstock because it's going to help absorb the water a little bit better. And then you're going to need crepe paper. This is the bleeding kind of crepe paper, so it's the dye is going to transfer onto our paper. And I have it in red, blue, and yellow, our primary colors again, because we're learning about color mixing, and we like to start out simple. I have a little cup with water. This is one of those yogurt or fruit cups again. I like them because they're low to the ground. They aren't very tall, and you can control how much water your kiddo gets. And then I have a couple of foam brushes. So I like the foam brushes because, again, the kids can work on controlling their paintbrush and their grip, fine motor. If you have a normal paintbrush or if you have a spray bottle, that will work as well. So it's as simple as letting our little artist tear pieces of crepe paper, different sizes or different colors, and you can crumple them up or you can leave them flat, and we are going to arrange them on our white paper like this. And then you're going to take your foam brush, paintbrush, spray bottle and get it nice and wet, and then you're literally going to paint the crepe paper. And yes, it's going to stick some. Of course, I'm trying to do this left-handed. And we're going to make sure to get them nice and wet, because you can already see the colors coming off the crepe paper and onto my white paper. And as they get them wet and mix them, of course, we're going to talk about color mixing, what happens when they mix, what happens when we get the crepe paper wet, those kinds of conversations. And then you're going to let it dry. It usually takes 5 to 10 minutes. It could take a little bit longer. You can use a hair dryer, of course. And once the crepe paper dries, then you remove the crepe paper and you're left with a beautiful design. And here's some final tips for your little artist. Let them tear as many pieces as needed to create a lot of color on their paper. A great way to engage them even more is to get out that spray bottle and let them spray it down. And I had some kiddos in my toddler classroom who really loved the water aspect of this craft, so they got their fingers into it. They really squeezed a lot of water onto the paper, so we talked about what is happening when they squeeze a lot of water onto their paper. What does their paper look like? Is it falling apart? Does it look like it's getting full? Those kinds of conversations. And then another tip that I have for you is lay out a towel and to put your papers on, so it kind of absorbs that water underneath your paper, and it'll help it dry a little faster. And as always, thank you for joining me on this adventure. I'd love to see your creations, so share them with me in the comments or tag the Wildflower Alchemy on social media. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more process art inspiration. Until next time, keep creating and stay curious.